Hello everyone, my name is Yukti and I'm back with yet another video for you all. I really hope that you all are doing very well. So, let us now start with our today's topic, which interestingly talks about the first fundamental right, which discusses about the topic and the concept of equality. So, starting off with the topic, as we all know that our Indian constitution has been divided into different parts, articles and schedules. Well, our fundamental rights has been codified by our Indian constitution as the basic human rights for our citizens and has been defined under part 3 of the Indian constitution. Therefore, among the fundamental rights, one such right, that is right to equality, has been defined and has been protected under Article 14 to Article 80. Well, Article 14 has the most significant importance among the lot, and it actually deals with the general principle of the equality. Therefore, our today's topic is Article 14. Therefore, to start with our topic of Article 14 of the Indian Constitution, which states that the state shall not deny to any person the equality before law or the equal protection of law within the territory of India. According to Article 14, in simpler terms, the unequal treatment or the discrimination is being prohibited and we shall demand the equal treatment. Article 14 of the Indian Constitution interestingly involves the concept of rule of law. Well, this concept came from the Magna Carta, that is the English rule. And this concept was proposed by Professor A.V. Dicey, under which there is an expression that guarantees the concept of equality before law. Therefore, moving on, according to rule of law, there is no particular person or government who is supreme, but there is always the supremacy of law and justice. Therefore, whether be a person or a government or an official, everyone should be equally treated and there should be no discrimination. Every organ of the state under the Indian Constitution is being regulated and controlled by the rule of law. Impressively, the absence of arbitrary power has been held to be the most essential element of rule of law. Well, the perfect example of rule of law is the Lady Justice, who is actually blindfolded. Therefore, so the example which I stated about the Lady Justice who is blindfolded actually represents that in front of law there is everyone equal and there is never a discrimination. Therefore, according to Dicey, the rule of law concept also involved the concept of equality before law. That means that there would be no distinction between the rich or poor, or official or non official, or majority or minority, which also means that no particular section would be degraded or upgraded. Law and justice would be equal for everyone. Moving forward, let's come back to the definition of Article 14, which reads that the state shall not deny to any person equality before law or the equal protection of law within the territory of India. Well, if we look at carefully, in this definition, there are two concepts that sounds very similar but actually are two different concepts which contradict each other in very different ways. Therefore, let us break this down and let us start with our topic, that is equality before law, which is actually a British concept, according to which that there should be no discrimination at all in front of law. And this approach can be considered as a negative approach. According to the concept of equality before law, everyone is equal in the eyes of law and we should not tolerate or afford any unequal treatment that is being done. Therefore, the perfect example would be the Lady Justice, who's blindfolded and represents that law and justice will be equal for everyone, irrespective of any position, whether they are officials, non officials, whether they are rich or poor, or anything. Law and justice would be same for all. Therefore, to start with our next very important topic, that is the equal protection of laws, which is an American concept, and according to which there should be some reasonable discrimination that should exist. Well, this approach can be taken as a very positive approach, and according to which like should be treated as alike and unlike should not be treated as alike. We adopted this from Section 1 of 14th Amendment Act of the Constitution of the United States, where this concept actually implies the equal treatment in equal circumstances, both in privilege conferred and also liability imposed. So, let us now discuss one of the most important differences between these two concepts. The most important difference lies within the word of law and laws. Well, in the concept of equal protection of laws, the word laws denotes very specific form of force that is being applied to the word laws. And in the concept of equality before law, the word law has been used in a very generic or in a very standard norm. And always, the equal protection of laws is an American concept, whereas the equality before law is a British concept. Therefore, I would like to conclude the concept of equal protection of laws, which basically says that it is not at all necessary that every law is actually universally applicable on every person in every similar situations. Well, it also says that for public welfare, it is important for us to recognize different factors such as caste difference, gender difference, and status difference. When we will be able to classify and recognize all these factors, then only we will be able to make better laws and bring improvement in the society. Therefore, every person should be treated alike on reasonable classification. Well, an interesting fact come into the picture that in India we have both the concepts, that is the equal protection of laws and equality before law. Well, our founding fathers of the Constitution actually recognized and accepted both the concepts and considered it as important. And also that they also considered that depending on case to case, the responsibility of the right decision and the responsibility of providing justice would be on the particular judiciary or that particular judge on the case. Well, recently I heard about a very popular saying, that is, nature provides exceptions to every rule. By this saying, I would like to start off with my next topic, that is the exceptions of Article 14 of the Indian Constitution. Well, there are mainly two exceptions under this article, and we can also call them as test. So, these exceptions are first, intelligible differentia, and second, the rational relation or the rational nexus. So, starting off with our next topic, that is our first exception of intelligible differentia. Well, the expression intelligible differentia basically means different capabilities of being understood. Well, in simpler terms, we can use intelligible differentia as a ground under which we can distinguish or make differences between people or between things on rational or reasonable grounds. But a very important point over here is that if any person or if any organization or any official actually differentiates two people, that should be only on adequate and rational and reasonable grounds and not on any discriminatory grounds. Our very next exception is rational nexus or rational relation. Well, rational nexus is combination of two words. First, rational. Rational basically means that something has a reason or an understanding or an understanding that can be agreed with. And nexus means a connection or a link. Well, it is actually necessary that there should be a nexus between the classification of the basis and objective of the act, which actually makes and helps us to get the desired result. Well, an interesting fact over here is that these two tests or the exceptions under Article 14 of the Indian Constitution, those are intelligible differentia and rational nexus, actually came into picture and developed through the case of State of Bombay versus F.N. Balsara in 1951. So guys, here we come to an end of our video. I really hope that you guys learned something new in the video. Please do comment and like and share, and please do subscribe the channel Law Sister. And I really hope that everyone is safe, and please be healthy and stay tuned for more videos on the channel Law Sister. Thank you.